How you all doing? For those of you that don't know, I'm Mark and I look after BRB in Cheltenham. A few pointers on good admin, so when you come to the sessions they're a little bit more comfortable for you. Some of you will have already experienced this, I'm sure, with the heavy rain that we've recently had, is that these trainers just don't cut it. You're slipping and sliding all over the place. So let's start with these. These are sort of what a lot of people would consider the gold standard. These are Salomon Speed Cross 4s. This model is actually a couple of years old now, but the sort of die-hard fans of them will always keep buying them until there's no more in circulation, because they're just that good. Not particularly waterproof, but they've got a good upper, they've got a good sole, they've got awesome grip, and you're not going to slip in most conditions with these shoes. So if you want to go up a notch from the gold model up to the platinum sort of standard, then I use these S-Lab. So they're Salomon as well, but they're S-Lab, so S-L-A-B, and anything S-Lab in Salomon is sort of their premium pro sports range. These are a bit more lightweight and also offers a little bit more grip over more terrains. So if you want to go up one from the gold standard to the premium standard, I would always say go for S-Lab, S-Lab Speed 2, and they're Salomon members. So a good cheap alternative to these, I would suggest, is More Mile. More Mile for me, I used to use them quite a lot when I was running competitively, and More Mile for me just offered just a great range. They originally started with socks, and they just offer a great range of gear from head to toe. I've got a couple of different types of leggings to show you today. I've got the compression type leggings, and these are the premium ones. Again, other brands are available. These are 2XU, and these are compression type leggings. And then I've just got like base layer leggings, and there's a difference. So this is compression gear. So how will you know the difference between compression gear? Well, really, the feel is a lot more elastic and much more taut as well. So and then definitely when you're trying them on, anything that's compression will be a struggle to get on. A real struggle to get on and a struggle to get off. And there's a reason for that, because if you've got the correct sort of level of compression, it does a lot for you when you're training. But what it also does as well, if you you have to get the correct compression kit. It has to be good kit. It encourages venous return, so it encourages that sort of recovery as well if you're wearing it afterwards. So now we've just got like base layer leggings, and these are DR skin, these ones, and like I said, they still are tight, of course, because base layer and compression kit does that. It is tight, but it's not. You can feel the difference right away. It's not as thick, and it's meant more just to keep you warm and to take the sweat away from your body. So this here is part of our tactical range. You can get this on the shop. Shameless plug, apologies. But this is base layer. This is not compression. Yes, it's still tight, but what this is intended to do is intended to keep me warm on the colder sessions, and it's also intended to wick away the sweat from my body and hold the sweat while still keeping warmth in. So you normally use a base layer as part of a layering system. That layering system can be a single layer, i.e. the base layer, can be a double layer, a base layer with a session t-shirt on top, or a triple layer, a base layer, a session t-shirt, and then an outer layer. There's no real need during sessions to have any more than 3 layers on, and the top, the base layer, the session t-shirt, and then the lightweight outer layer is all really that you need. If you go over and above that, you're going to start taking your kit off when you get too warm and sticking it in your instructor's bag, and then your instructor's just going to give you a stick about having to carry your admin with them. Okay, so here now, right on cue, it's just started raining, and what I've got is this shower-proof, ultralight, hex camo outer layer. So I've still got underneath, I've still got my base layer, which will take away the sweat. I've still got my t-shirt, which will offer me some warmth in forms of another layer. And then I've got this outer layer, which is shower-proof and windproof, but also breathable. If you look under the arms and at the back and things like that, we've got vents that help us breathe as well. A lot of people call them buffs or headovers, and basically they just go over your head and just sit on your neck and offer you just that gap between this area here, a bit of warmth. The good thing with these is they act as a sweatband as well, so or a headband. You can fold them and make them a hat, or alternatively, if you just get too hot, take it off, put it on your wrist, fold it over, and you've got something else to wipe away your tears, apart from just your normal sweatband that we issue you anyway. Things that you can do is just put an outer layer on, a warmer outer layer, after you've finished your fizz session. Obviously the sessions, you get hot, you get sweaty, so what's best to do is get back, get that base layer off, maybe put that t-shirt back on if it's not wet or it's not too sweaty, or put a new t-shirt on, but then definitely put an outer layer on, because you put that outer layer on with that fresh layer underneath and you just feel a lot more comfy and your admin's on the ball. So then finally, all I want to talk about is what I've not got with me. I've not got gloves with me, but some people might want to wear gloves. Obviously the ground gets wet, the ground gets cold, so you have to really be selective in the gloves that you use. All I would suggest is, if you're going to use gloves just to keep your extremities warm, brilliant, just get some running gloves. But if you're going to do press-ups on the floor or anything like that, if those running gloves get wet, you're just going to get cold. If your extremities are cold, you feel cold. So if you, like I said, if you get on the floor, you do press-ups, you might want to consider taking those gloves off. Alternative to that is to get sort of sealskin gloves. I don't really wear them myself, but I've heard they are good, the people that do wear them. Sealskin gloves, and those are fully waterproof gloves as well. One of the things that I've found throughout my military career, I was in the military for 22 years and I've trained outside in all weathers. I deployed all around the world, and one of the things that I've found is that training outside, it really does condition you. If you condition to the elements, it makes you stronger as a person, it makes you fitter as a person, both in physically and mentally. So don't be afraid to come out on those dark nights. Don't be afraid to come out on the rain. Remember, skin's waterproof. I'm sure you've heard it over and over again now. Just get yourself to the park and keep that training going so you can condition yourself to the elements. But also, we've got exciting news coming up over the next few days. And just to whet the appetite for that exciting news and a few new releases that we've got coming for the next few days, I'll leave you with this video. Take care. Catch you all soon.